morning. Today we're going to work on a little bit of impact weapon work. I'm going to work on a feed we like to call the Fighting Five. Okay, so a lot of systems of Filipino martial arts have numbering systems. Okay, you'll see numbering systems between low numbers up in the 60s. You know, it can go, depending upon the system, there's a huge variety of different ways to feed. One of the primary systems I learned, we had 12 angles of attack. All right. The first 5 were 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. I see that as a commonly known. I see it common, you know, in different systems. I see it in the Presa style. I see it in the Anasanto lines. I've seen it in others, to where they use that first 5, and then things get a little bit different from there. What I like about that is that goes right in line with our 7 zones. Okay, so if you haven't looked at our previous videos, if you're new to our material, we break down our zones of attack. There's 7 different zones that we use. You cut across my shoulders, cut across my hips, go straight up and down on the center line. You're going to see that I have the ability to strike above the shoulders, between the shoulder and hip, down the center line, and below the shoulder, below the hips. All right, that's 7 zones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now I can either strike those, I can gaff them, or I can thrust them. Okay, any way I want to do it, I can feed to those 7 zones. So just for a striking perspective today, we're not going to. I'll briefly cover the thrust and the gaff, but we're going to focus more on the striking today. Okay, so to cover what I call the Fighting Five, we're just going to work on the first 5. A zone 1, a zone 2, a zone 3, a zone 4, and a zone 5. Now these could be done either stepping, could be done stationary. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now from a stationary perspective, we could thrust those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could gaff those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, any of those will work. Now to defend against those, we would probably be commonly doing either striking the attack. We'd be doing a tip up block or tip down block. Okay, it all depends upon the situation. If I have the ability or the time to it and I've got the distance, I'm just going to smack it, because the sooner I can damage that limb, if I can do what they call defanging the snake or render the attack useless, that's the best thing for me. If I block it, I give him another chance to attack me. If I break his hand, he's not going to attack again. That's the best method if I can. If I can't, I've got to keep from getting hit. I've got to minimize my wounds. Now, what's going to decide whether I do tip up or tip down is going to be where my weapon is. I'm going to go from point of origin. If my tip happens to be up and that strike is coming in and I don't have time to hit it, I'm going to block it. Okay. If I've struck at him and my tip is in the down position and he's swinging back at me, maybe I missed him. Now he's swinging back into me. I got to have the ability to not get hit, but I got to bring my tip down motion. I don't have time to go come back up. Okay. Same being as if I'm here, as he's swinging at me, I don't have time to drop it and raise it. If I swing down below, I don't have the time to raise it and block it. So I've got to go for my point of origin. If I'm here and he swings, my point of origin. If I'm here and he swings, point of origin. I have to be able to pull that off. Okay, so again with the strikes, just in the striking methods, not with the thrusting or the gaffing, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now if I was going to block those, if I was going to tip up, it'd be a 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. I could do that stationary as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now if I was tipped down, I would have to go ahead and go from this point up. My tip is down, I'd have to go here. 2, tip down. 3, tip down. 4, tip down. 5. Okay, does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so the strike, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tip up response, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tip down response, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's going to be Fighting 5 and defenses against the Fighting 5. So again, one more time, there is 5 strikes. There are 5 thrusts. and there are 5 gaffs. Okay, you're going to defend those a little bit differently depending upon what's being thrown at you, but tip up or tip down will probably get you through it. Remember, if you have the opportunity, the time, your timing is correct, you have the ability, boom, striking is best. Defanging the snake is always your best option. If you don't have that option, you're going to go from point of origin. My tip's up, my tip's down. I'm going to deal with it appropriately or accordingly. All right, hope that makes sense to you. Have a good day and work hard.